From the murky waters of the sportsman's paradise, stories emerge. Stories of the generations of people who have shared in the bounties of the land. Stories of communities that have persevered through natural disasters. Stories of the abundance of fish, wildlife, and adventures that create an ecosystem rich in diversity. And from the silted banks of the mighty Mississippi to the soggy marsh bottoms, from the tops of towering pine forests to the depths of the salty Gulf, human and animal have shared this fortune for centuries. Enjoy these stories as told by outdoor journalists who travel across our state, documenting the adventure, sportsmanship, and heritage that make us Bayou Wild.
Hi, welcome to another episode of Bayou Wild TV. We're at Morton's Seafood Restaurant and Bar on the Tchefuncte River in Madisonville, and today we're talking about Fourchon.
You know, everybody knows about Venice as being the fishing capital of the world, but Port Fourchon to the west, not so widely known, but almost just as amazing. We go down there, we fish with the Gon Pacon fishing team, and we go down to the media day for the rodeo they have down there.
They have a big rodeo. It's the second oldest, I believe, in the state.
Fish a few rodeos, and we fish at Dufresne's Lumber Rodeo a lot, and every year we seem to place first, second, third up in there.
Cooked a marlin once and got it to the boat. Of course, they got off, but pretty wild.
I've caught other fish and other boats, my boat and everything else, but on the team itself, yellowfin, or we caught the wahoo last year. And
Gonna do the Golden Meta Fourchon Rodeo, and we're gonna do the Fourchon Oilman's Rodeo. Probably Grand Altarpin Rodeo too.
it's like everybody knows each other. So we trust each other, we visit, we hang out at each other's camp and everything else, every weekend. We start coming down for Easter weekend until Labor Day. So every weekend we're here at our camp, the neighbor's camp.
And then we also take you to see Moran's kitchen. There's some good things cooked up in Fourchon.
We're gonna eat some blackened almaco. It's really good.
You can call, let them know, hey, I got a party on 4 coming, what cook your catch. Kind of puts them on notice and to prepare for it. Most restaurants, you're limited to grouper, snapper, the things that are provided for by food service entities. Whereas here, you're fishing Timberlake Island and you look up and catch 4 pompano, okay, which are showing up over there. You bring your pompano in and cook it. Whereas to have pompano, you almost have to go to an August or a TW Fins or something like that, make a special trip. It allows you to cook whatever. Like today we're doing garlic butter, almaco, and that was something y'all caught today on the boat.
Closed captioning made possible by Ceto.com. Become a member.
Hi, I'm Donnie Rouse. There are a lot of different reasons to shop at Rouse's.
It's the people. Everybody that works here is just so nice.
Our stores get deliveries 7 days a week.
They have such a wide variety at Rouse's. Everything's in stock. I mean, everything.
We use Rouse family recipes and ingredients found right here in the store.
It's the food. Rouse's food tastes like homemade.
And they're local.
Like us.
We also have great prices.
That's the difference Rouse's makes.
If you're lucky enough to bag a deer or a hog this season, bring it here to Double D. Double D processes hogs and exotic game and guarantees your product is always the meat you brought to Double D.
Double D Meats in Bogalusa, home of country smoked, spicy jalapeno cheddar, and other customized flavors.
Bring your deer or your hog here to Double D, where you always get your meat back in return. It's worth a drive to Bogalusa from anywhere. Double D.
Whooping cranes are back in Louisiana. Through the hard work of biologists and key strategic partners, whooping cranes have been restored to the cultural icon they once were, but you can still help. To donate to the Whooping Crane program, visit lawff.org.
Thank you to Chevron and the Louisiana Wildlife and Fisheries Foundation for their generous support.
Port Fourchon, Louisiana, known globally as one of the top oil and gas ports in the world. But for South Louisianians, it's also known as a launching pad for hundreds of offshore fishing vessels, both recreational and commercial. When heading out of Belle Pass, it doesn't take long to see offshore oil and gas structures peppered across the horizon. These platforms create artificial reef structures that attract not only the fish, but also the fishermen. The offshore boats you'll see come in all sizes, colors, and styles. But there's one that many are familiar with seeing at platforms and way stations, simply known as Gon Pacon.
Okay, my wife has a bakery named Cajun Pecan House in Cutoff. And I used to fish with a chef from New Orleans. And when I got the boat, he said, "What you gonna name it?" I said, "I don't know." We had just bought the pecan house. He said, "You ought to name it Gon Pacon." I said, "That'll stick." It means there's no hope for you. You're hopeless.
The Gon Pacon fishing team combines offshore fishing passions of brothers, friends, and family. Aboard the vessel, the team works like orchestrated chaos. Rigging, tying hooks and leaders, catching bait, reading winds and currents, everyone assists in deckhand duties. That is everyone except the skipper.
I gotta keep them in line, you know, somebody has to stay in charge, but they pretty much know what they gotta do.
Brent Gitter is the owner of the vessel. I worked for him 20 years ago, just kind of stayed friends. I'm friends with his son-in-law, and I've always fished offshore. They fished and just kind of met in the middle and started fishing.
No matter the target species, the guys of Gon Pacon are driven by their camaraderie. They've learned the fishery together and had a lot of fun in the process.
Probably 7 years we're fishing together, and you can't put a price on a good time. You know, friends is, you know, it's not about the competition, it's just spending time with friends and family.
Brent and I's brothers, and I fish with them periodically. You know, for the Fourchon Oilman's Rodeo, I fish with them, and for Golden Medal Fourchon, we fish together.
Hi.
You know, we have the shirts, we have the wrap on the boat and everything else, so it's not to say we're the best, or, you know, we by far the best. We don't do anything better than anyone else, but we have fun. You know, it's all family. You know, we just have fun with it.
This offshore fishing passion also comes from generations of family members in the Lafourche area. They were raised with a community lifestyle with ebbs and flows of fishing seasons. Working as a team is not limited to one on the boat.
We have 6 kids. Me and my wife's been together for going on 14 years now, and it's just family and friends. And like last night we came down and 3 kids were at one person's house, the other 3 kids were at another person's house, and you know, so it's always a juggle. It's always fun.
Fish a few rodeos, and we fish at Dufresne's Lumber Rodeo a lot, and every year we seem to place first, second, third up in there.
Hooked a marlin once and got it to the boat. Of course, they got off, but pretty wild.
I've caught other fish and other boats, my boat and everything else, but on the team itself, yellowfin, or we caught the wahoo last year. And
gonna do the Golden Medal Fourchon Rodeo, and we're gonna do the Fourchon Oilman's Rodeo. Call it Grand Alt Rodeo.
It's like everybody knows each other. So we trust each other. We visit, we hang out at each other's camp and everything else. You know, every weekend. You know, we start coming down for Easter weekend until Labor Day. So every weekend we're here at our camp, the neighbor's camp, 3 camps down, 2 streets over. And
this year, during the 4th of July weekend, you can find Gon Pacon, as well as hundreds of other passionate anglers at the annual Golden Meadow Fourchon Tarpon Rodeo at Morans Marina.
It used to be at the junior high school in Golden Meadow many years ago when I was a young child. And Port Fourchon got involved and busy, and it grew, and they had the public boat launch, and they moved the rodeo to the boat launch in Fourchon, and they named it the Golden Meadow Fourchon Tarpon Rodeo. It's family friendly. We use a lot of organizations from the schools to come and put up food booths where they can do service hours. The children can create service hours and also get the funds.
So a ticket includes, adult ticket is $35. So to find out more information about the rodeo, you can look us up on FourchonTarpon.com. You can also like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram.
Some things in life smell delicious. Others, not so much. Like a gas leak. Propane, for instance, is naturally odorless. That's why we add strong odorants to alert you if there is a leak. So if you ever smell gas, turn your system off at the tank and call your propane dealer immediately. Propane is a safe and exceptional fuel, and we want to keep it that way.
This boat fishing the CCA Star Tournament. Felt so real for about a week.
My name is Amelia, and I'm from Abbeville, and I won this boat.
There's 100 redfish waiting. It all starts Memorial Day weekend. Sign up today.
Discover the taste of Louisiana that's seasoned just right. Boiled to perfection, enriched with tradition. A taste that's savory, crispy, and a little sweet. Discover the taste of Louisiana fish fry products.
Summertime in the northern Gulf of Mexico typically means one will target amberjack and red snapper when the seasons are open.
Oh, come on. I don't know if he's going to make it.
This trip with Gon Pacon fishing team fell on the last day of the early amberjack season and also within the first week of the 2018 red snapper season, which in recent years provided a rare opportunity to target both species in the same day. The bait of choice for many anglers when fishing for large amberjack are hardtails. A fishing day typically starts with shallow jigging around oil platforms to catch these feisty bait fish. Many times an angler will catch multiple hardtails on a single drop. Once bait wells are stocked, it's time to head for deeper waters. Pound for pound, many anglers say that a great amberjack is one of the strongest fighting offshore fish. It's no doubt that that's how they were dubbed the reef donkey. Not yet. If you want to fish for amberjack, one thing's for certain. Prepare to use every muscle in your body and mentally prepare for a roller coaster of emotions. When an amberjack hits the deck of the boat, there's always a sigh of relief, followed by a true sense of accomplishment, perhaps even joy. But on the other side of the coin, stressing every leg, arm, and back muscle only to have a line break can be a bit frustrating. But among similar fishing techniques to amberjack, an angler can easily fill their quota of red snapper. Red snapper are plentiful and readily available when fishing rigs or bottom structure. It doesn't take long to reel up the first 2-person quota we're dropping for red snapper.
The Cosmos Duets album with my good friends from the 80s.
For the Gon Pacon fishing team, snapper fishing this day was easy, and the boat's limit was reached in just a few hours.
My name is Ethan, and I won this boat by fishing the CCA Star Tournament. First fish I'm going to go after is probably a bass.
In 1967, Dutch Stogner realized his dream to run his own meat market. 50 years and 3 generations later, Double D and the Stogner family still operate with Dutch's original commitment to quality. Pick up some Double D sausage today and share your good times with us on Facebook.
Some things in life smell delicious. Others, not so much. Like a gas leak. Propane, for instance, is naturally odorless. That's why we add strong odorants to alert you if there is a leak. So if you ever smell gas, turn your system off at the tank and call your propane dealer immediately. Propane is a safe and exceptional fuel, and we want to keep it that way.
And in 2014, I almost won this truck.
It's no secret that fishing and cooking in Louisiana go hand in hand, and perhaps one of the best ways to enjoy Louisiana seafood is freshly cooked. All right, great day of fishing. And now that the catching's over, it's time for the hard work. Thanks to the Louisiana Catch and Cook program, recreational anglers can enjoy their own caught fish prepared by some of the state's most creative chefs.
Several other states have done this in the past. We have something that most other states don't have. This is sportsman paradise. We have some of the best fishing in the entire world right here. But what we have that the rest of the states don't have, we have some of the best restaurants. in the entire world.
For us in the restaurant, the perspective is it's an amazing program. It really is. It gives the chefs an opportunity to really get the freshest ingredients. Not that we don't have the world's greatest seafood down here already, but right out of the water to the restaurant. No place in the world can they do that. We love it.
From our perspective as a charter business, we know we have a world-class fisheries. And we have a lot of creative chefs out here. But when you come to the Bourbon House and some of the best chefs on the planet cooks the fish that was on your line at 10 a.m. and it's on your dish at 6 p.m., you now have some world-class dishes and recipes. It just makes our resource even better.
The Catch to Cook program allows a permitted restaurant to cook fish supplied by a recreational angler. A growing list of participating restaurants can be found online on the Louisiana Department of Wildlife and Fisheries website.
It's an interesting and intriguing opportunity to cross-promote between two great things in Louisiana. One is our sportsman's paradise and the amount of fish that are out there. The other are great Louisiana restaurants.
If you're in the Fourchon area, See Moran's restaurant offers a way for anglers to personalize their catch and cook menu choices.
We just had a great day offshore in Port Fourchon, but now we've got our cleaned fish and we're really hungry. In Louisiana, if you have a state permit at your restaurant, you can actually legally take your catch and have it cooked for you. And that's why we're here at See Moran's restaurant in Port Fourchon, where we're going to cook this amberjack.
Basically, we need your fish cleaned, boneless, and skin on, skin off is up to you if you want it prepared that way. Whatever way you would want it prepared when you come in, we need it that way. When they come in, just come in with a bag and let them know you have cooked your catch. They'll have a little form that the state provides for us, Wildlife Fisheries. They fill out, it just explains the liabilities and things like that. And you sign off on it. You go ahead and have a seat. They'll send you the menu. There's 3 different seasonings, 7 different ways to prepare the fish, and there's a slew of add-ons, and it comes with whatever our 2 signature sides are for that week.
You may be just looking for new ways to prepare fish at home, or you don't feel like making a mess in your own kitchen. You can still enjoy the fish you caught, freshly prepared and cooked.
You can call, let them know, hey, I got a party of 4 coming, but cook your catch. Kind of puts them on notice to prepare for it. Most restaurants, you're limited to grouper, snapper, the things that are provided for by food service entities. Whereas here, you're fishing Timberlake Island and you look up and catch 4 pompano, okay, which are showing up over there. You bring your pompano in and cook it. Whereas to have pompano, you almost have to go to an August or a Gilly Fins or something like that, make a special trip. It allows you to cook whatever. Like today we're doing garlic butter, almaco, and that was something y'all caught today on the boat.
And whether you're on Bourbon Street or down the bayou, your freshly caught fish is prepared as something you can order in a 5-star restaurant.
Well, the Charter Association is very, very excited about this happening. It gives them another dimension that they can add and market in their charters. It also gives the Louisiana anglers, whether they're from in-state or out-of-state, another avenue for them to enjoy Louisiana. And at the end of the day, that's what it's about.
We find a lot of folks coming in from California, from New York. We do participate with a lot of locals as well, but it's a lot of tourists, and it's exciting to see their face. They come in because they've been on the water all day. They got to experience our amazing natural resources, and then they get to take that amazing seafood, that fish they caught that day, and bring it to some of the best restaurants in the world and watch it prepared right in front of them.
The old school way is go back to the camp, light the grease up, batter everything, fry it, and then pistolets or bread or whatever else. We have 7 different ways. I mean, grilled, fried, blackened, with 7 different flavors. I mean, which span the globe. We pretty much thought through the flavors to cover whitefish, tuna, are the most popular species, and everything in between.
The Cook and Catch menu at See Moran's or the other restaurants participating in Louisiana's Catch and Cook program can leave you with more time to enjoy family, friends, and your food in Louisiana.
So this amberjack was swimming about 4 hours ago. We caught it, cleaned it, brought it to See Moran's restaurant, and they cooked it way better than I ever could.
Here's how I guarantee my crawfish tastes great every time. I use Louisiana Fish Fry brand seafood boil. Why do the pros use Louisiana Fish Fry seafood boil?
Because the flavor is so good.
Louisiana Fish Fry seafood boil has more garlic, onion, paprika, lemon, and not too much salt.
Louisiana Fish Fry brand seafood boil. Find the yellow bag and pour and boil for great crawfish every time.
Hi, I'm Donnie Rouse. There are a lot of different reasons to shop at Rouse's.
It's the people. Everybody that works here is just so nice.
Our stores get deliveries 7 days a week.
They have such a wide variety at Rouse's. Everything's in stock. I mean, everything.
We use Rouse family recipes and ingredients found right here in the store.
It's the food. Rouse's food tastes like homemade.
And they're local.
Like us.
We also have great prices.
That's the difference Rouse's makes.
Hello, my friends. This is Louisiana native Zachary Richard. I cherish the outdoor experiences that make our state so special. And for the first time in over 60 years, whooping cranes are back in Louisiana. Wildlife and fisheries need your help as these beautiful birds resettle in our state. If you spot a whooping crane, observe it from a distance, and if you witness anyone harming one of these very special birds, call the number on the screen.
This message is underwritten by Chevron.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you again next Monday, and check us out online. We have an Instagram page, Bayou Wild TV, and a Facebook page where we do lots of giveaways and extra pictures, so you definitely want to check that out. And you can see all the episodes in completion at Bayou Wild on YouTube.
And you can come out and say hello and have some great food with us on Morans. Just give them a call, make a reservation, and find out which Mondays for lunch will be here. And we'll see you next week on Bayou Wild.